Let me, let's do a hologram effect in PowerDirector 17. But let's pull it up here on my cell phone, okay? Whoa. Now that's kind of cool, ain't it? Yeah, I could check out this. Or maybe I go down here. Now that's kind of cool. Cell phones have really moved up, haven't they? Wow, complete hologram in PowerDirector 17. How'd I do that? Keep watching. So let's create a hologram in PowerDirector 17, and let me show you guys how I did this. This may seem complicated when it comes down to editing, but this is how I did it, so maybe this will get you off to the right start. What I first did was I created a green screen, basically me with the cell phone. Once I got the spot, I basically cut it off. I single click, I hit delete, just like you do with any other video you edit. Now I've got my screen. I needed a background, so I brought my background down and I dropped it just above the green screen. Then I grab it and I stretch it way out. Then what I do is you can single click on this on the video with the green screen, and then you can go to your Pip Designer, or you can just double click it. That's up to you. On the left side, we're going to turn on the Chroma Key. We're going to go here, get it as close as you can to the edge, set up your numbers whatever you want, and I'm not going to go as particular as I did in the videos, so that way we can speed this up for you guys. Again, I can single click that, stretch this image out. And now I've got myself basically what I wanted in the actual video. Now I want to move that ahead. And I'll turn this down a little bit. And I want to move this ahead to where I'm just pressing the button right there. See that? Now what I did was I used another program called Bandicam to record the screen. And there's many programs out there you can use for that. You just got to use Google to search for what you can record your screen with. And I recorded the screen in 3 separate areas. So the first one I recorded was basically just the screen itself sitting there. Like so. As you can see. Now, my other screen I recorded was the screen going up. Then I did another recording of the screen going down. You see that? Now, here's the actual trick of this whole thing. When you start cutting up this screen going up and down, because you'll see if I shrink this down like this, and then I put it over top of the cell phone. Well, the problem is, when I cut this and cut that and cut this, and I get all this cutting going on, these are not all going to line up properly. And that's the biggest thing going on. But you do got to shrink it to see what's going on. You see how my hand went up there? So I knew in that particular section, I need my hand to go up right there. So I'm going to need to back that up a little bit. And I'm just going to cut that there. I'm going to move this aside, like off to the side. And then you remember the part I had? Was that the one? I have to play that for a second, find out. Did that go up or down? Yeah, that goes up. Okay. So this one's going to go up, and we drop this in here. And what I'll do is I'll shrink it down so I can see it going up. And then give it a play. And there I go up. So you get the general idea of what we're doing here. I'm cutting this all up into tiny pieces. And then I'm going to bring this back in. And then I'm going to find out when I'm going down. Oh, right there? No. I think I was going down there. So let me go back. I'm going to shrink this down just a little bit. Yeah, I went down right, almost pretty close to right away. So I'm going to take it there, I'm going to cut it there, and I'm going to move this aside again. Now I need the one that went down. And that one went down. So bring this down and drop it there. And again, I'll just give this a shrink down. And give this a play. So I could have cut this back just a tiny bit more. But you're pretty much getting the idea of what I'm doing there. Now the problem with this idea is that you'll see here, okay, that one, look at this image here where it's sitting on the screen. They're not all in the same spot. You see they're all over the place? So once you get it lined up how you want, here's the trick. We're literally going to take this and we're going to stretch all these out once we get them where we want them. We're going to get them all lined up so this way we know they're all the same size. So just like that in the window. Probably too far there. Come down a little bit. And we want to just snap them in. Too far. Come down a little bit. Okay, next one. Same thing with this one. We're going to bring them back. Okay. And this does take some finessing in PowerDirector 17 or PowerDirector 16 or whatever you're using. You can use this in pretty much any PowerDirector. You just got to get everything organized while you're doing this. And this is a really cool effect you do in PowerDirector 17. But you'll see how I'm lining them up. And I'm getting the bars to kind of disappear as I come down with it because I'm lining them up, you see? And we just continue on like this. So now, what's going to happen when we're all done with this? And here comes one of the tricky parts. And I'm going to make sure I do them all here for a sec. I'm trying to go as fast as I can here, guys. Okay. So what we're going to do now is I'm literally going to, and I'm going to zoom in here so you see this. I'm going to grab this yellow thing and I'm going to stretch it way across the screen. But first, I'm going to hit my control key and I'm going to copy all this here. Control C. And I'm going to go to the end. And then I'm going to paste it down there. Now, the reason I did a copy of this is because I don't want to lose my spot on where all my edits are underneath my video. So that way, when I'm done doing what I'm going to do here, it'll make it a whole lot easier. So I'm going to move this over. And like I said, I'm going to go up here. And I'm going to grab this yellow thing and stretch it way across. Okay? So we're going to grab this, stretch it across. You see that big yellow line? Come on. Okay, so now we got the yellow line. And you'll notice at the top, it says produce range. So now I can produce, okay, that section. So I'll go to produce range. And now all I'm going to do is produce the actual thumbnail that we created with the effects. So effect thumb, for example, I'll call it. And then we're just going to compile that. So this way, it's all compiled as one. So this way it doesn't look all weird when it's playing. And you're going to have to play with this idea until you get this down pat perfectly how you want it. But this just should give you the idea on how to make a hologram in PowerDirector 17. Now once I'm done, I just got to go back to edit. And you're going to notice it made my effect thumbnail up here. So now we've got that put the way we want. Okay? So let's take this and we can delete this now. You see that? And now we can take our scrubber here, bring it back to the beginning of the line where this started, like right there. You see where this red line is? See that? And I'm putting it right on the edge, so we're starting there. Now, I'm going to click on the video that I'm in the green screen, and I'm going to go to Tools and Motion Tracker, is what I'm going to do. Now, this is going to open up the Motion Tracker, and I'm going to set that over top of the cell phone, and I'm going to start tracking. And I'm watching my, my movements and everything I'm doing. I'm touching the screen, I'm moving around, paying attention to that as I track. And then as I hit the button to shut it off, I'm going to stop it. Right about, and then we came down, and then we hit the button here. Right there. And then I stopped tracking. So I got the end. Now I'm going to click on the disk to add an image, and I'm going to import my media clip from my media room. Okay. Now remember we called it effect thumbnail? That's the one we're using. So we bring that in, and now we've got that in there. So now I can bring this down, move it around kind of. Maybe grab this and twist it a little bit. Okay, and I got it pretty much lined up there. And then I'm going to say okay. Now what it's going to do is it's going to drop it on the timeline for us. See that? It put it right there. So it's all lined up. Now I don't need this one, so I can delete that one now. So you see how I lined all that up? And now you see it in the picture up there. Now what I can do, okay, I can stretch this. Well, let's double click it or go into the Pip room. And here's where we can get a little bit fancy with making this hologram. It's not even lined up really that great because I'm kind of doing this really quick for you guys. But I'll move this back a little bit. Go up to the green line, the little green dot to twist it a little bit more. Okay. And then I think what I'll do is I'll go to Objects, because I want to turn off Maintain Aspect Ratio. Then I'm going to bring it straight up. See, now I even got this black here, so I could bring that down a little bit. And maybe I could even bring this off to the side. Now where it says opacity, I'm going to turn that down. So this way I get that hologram effect. And you can turn it down to whatever you want. And we're pretty much good to go. Say okay. And now we have a hologram effect in PowerDirector 17. So if I start that all over, and you'll see as I do it roughly here, and I come down and press it, boom, and now it's actually going to follow me. And it moves around. Now I could have stretched that higher so it actually Looks like I'm touching it, put some sound effects in, and you're off and running for a hologram in PowerDirector 17. So that is how you do a hologram in PowerDirector 17, which is really cool. And your final output, of course, once you finesse it and play with it, is going to look pretty cool. And you are going to have to mess with this in however you want it to look. At any rate, guys, if you're looking to do a hologram in PowerDirector 17, this will give you some ideas to get you off going. We also have a Patreon account, guys, where I'm actually teaching people how to actually rank their YouTube channel. So if you've got a YouTube channel, you might want to head on over to my Patreon and hook up, because I'm going to show you exactly how the artificial intelligence works on YouTube, and keywords and you name it. I'm going to show you how it works step by step, so it's not confusing. If you're not getting subscribers, hook up on my Patreon and learn even more. At any rate, guys, we'll catch you on the next one. Let's do a hologram effect in PowerDirector 17, but let's pull it up here on my cell phone, okay? Whoa. Now that's kind of cool, ain't it? Yeah, I could check out this. Maybe I go down here. Well, that's kind of cool. Cell phones have really moved up, haven't they? Wow, complete hologram in PowerDirector 17. How'd I do that? Keep watching.